Bond Community Meeting. My name is Ryan Bott. I'm the principal of Bryan Adams High School, and I'm going to serve as your MC tonight. So throughout this presentation, you can ask questions. The way that you do that is go to dallasisd.org/bond2015. So again, if you want to ask questions, you can go to dallasisd.org/bond2015, and then you can get your questions, and then at the end, we will go over all those questions. So we have a lot to celebrate here at Bryan Adams. One big celebration is that we became the first comprehensive high school in Dallas ISD history to earn avid demonstration status. Another one is 2 years in a row, we've earned 7 out of 7 distinctions from the state of Texas. And our current seniors, who we're so proud of, have accumulated over $14 million worth of scholarship money through academic and extracurriculars. So really what we have a chance to do is match up the amazing things going on inside the building with the actual physical building itself. So I know that you're excited. Oh, hold please, we have a tech issue. All right, Cougars, good evening, and welcome to the Bryan Adams High School 2015 Bond Community Meeting. My name is Ryan Bott, principal of Bryan Adams High School, and I'm going to serve as your MC tonight. For any of those who have questions, if you have any questions, you can go to dallasisd.org/bond2015, and there's a link for you to catch any questions that you may have. This is also being broadcasted on Facebook Live, and you can ask your questions through that as well. So we have so much to celebrate here at Bryan Adams. We are the first comprehensive high school in Dallas ISD history to earn avid demonstration status. In addition, we've earned 7 out of 7 distinctions from the state of Texas 2 years in a row. And our seniors, who we're just so proud of, our current seniors have earned over $14 million in scholarship money from academics as well as extracurricular. So what we have a chance to do is match up the physical building with the amazing things going on inside our building. So we're really excited about what's going to be going on and thankful. And we're about to get into all of the specifics of our bond work. But before we do that, I'd like to introduce a special guest tonight. So I'm going to toss this over to Board Trustee Dan Mitchgate.
Thank you, Mr. Bott, and good evening, everyone. I just want to take a few minutes to thank all of our teachers, staff, our principals, and central office for stepping up to this challenge and for your heroic efforts during this pandemic. I also especially want to thank our students for showing the commitment, resilience, and tenacity for making the best of this situation. As I've said before, the bond work at BA, when it's completed, will make this school look like a brand new school with all the additions, the renovations, and the improvements, while still maintaining the distinctive look of the current and historic campus. The project related to BA is part of the 2015 bond program. And as you know, the work has already begun. The $69 million for this project has been allocated in the 2015 program. But I wanted to point out to you that there's another bond program that's in the process of being developed. The other bond program is the proposed 2020 bond program. It's not final yet. It would have to be approved by the board and then voted on by the voters. The current thinking is to have the proposal go before the voters in November of this year. Nothing is final yet. Among the highlights of the proposed 2020 bond plan is the call for new buildings on the same locations for Hexter, Riley, and Keys, as well as renovations at many of our other East Dallas schools. In 2018, the district engaged a consultant to evaluate the condition of all of our 230 school buildings. It was determined that 15 of the school buildings would be more expensive to renovate than to replace with new state-of-the-art buildings on the same sites. Hexter, Riley, and Keys were included in these 15 buildings. A prior draft of the 2020 bond program had removed these 3 schools. You may have seen the news reports, as well as others from the rebuild list. However, the 15 schools, including Hexter, Riley, and Keys, were put back into the bond program after board input at the February board briefing. So I say all of that because there is another community meeting tomorrow night at 6 p.m. That will be discussing the 2020 proposed bond program. This is a district-wide meeting tomorrow night that will also cover the upcoming operating budget. The link to register is on the Dallas ISD website for tomorrow, and the link is at www.dallasisd.org bond 2020 and budget. I will post this on the Destination Bryan Adams Facebook page, and I will also tweet it. And finally, the last thing I'd like to say is that there was some great news that came out during this pandemic about the progress of the district. Dallas ISD received the HEB Award for Excellence in Large School Districts in the state of Texas. We're very, very, very proud of that and the work of all of our teachers, principals, staff, and central office. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bott. I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchke. We appreciate you and your support so much. I would like to now introduce BRW and Dallas ISD Construction Services, who is going to cover more specifics with the bond project. Abby?
So, good evening. This is Ann Hildenbrand, and I'm joined by Abby Hiles. We are with BRW Architects, the architects that are presenting the project to you this evening. We're excited to be here. This is a summary of what we will be doing on the campus. We are adding a new classroom and an administration addition. We're adding a performing arts addition, an athletics addition, doing upgrades to your existing auditorium, and we're doing renovations to the existing building as well. The project construction is going to start this summer. In fact, they're starting this May, and they are going to start with the special education classroom renovations. And then there's a phased construction of the 3 additions. The first one that will be built is the admin and classroom addition. And then that would be followed by fine arts and athletics, with the entire construction project being complete in the spring of 2022. This is a view of your school in 1955 when it was first built. You can see there's no trees, and there's been quite a few additions that have been built since then. This is a site plan. The areas in peach are new areas that we're building. So we have the admin and classroom addition that's facing Milmar, and that will remain your main entry into the building. We have the athletics and the performing arts addition to the west of the existing building, and you'll actually be able to see those from Peavy Road. What we're doing on this site is we are upgrading the infield of the track. We're putting in new sod, and we are also improving the drainage of that track. And this is your new entry. This is the front entry. It will have a secure vestibule, and this will also include the new 2-story administration, central administration, the library, and classrooms. Abby, why don't you tell us more about the detailed scope?
So this is Abby Hiles. As you saw, the new front entry will include a new entry canopy that leads into the secure vestibule and new reception. And then that new classroom and admin addition will have 10 new classrooms and administration office suites and a new media center to replace the existing library. There'll also be some renovations to the existing admin offices on the first floor to provide new special education classrooms and 2 additional classrooms. This is a view into the new lobby and reception area. So this is the entry, secure vestibule, and then you're looking down the corridor into that new reception and admin area. So the Performing Arts Edition will be constructed to the west side of the existing campus. This is looking at the new entry from the exterior into the Performing Arts Edition. And inside that edition will be a new music spaces for band, orchestra, and choir, and also a new black box theater. The black box will also have a new scene shop and new dressing rooms and prop storage. The existing auditorium will have new upgrades with new theatrical lighting and AV systems, all new stage rigging and curtains and control booth, and replacing the stage floor. We'll also be replacing the existing elevator in about the same location with a new larger elevator. And this is a view inside the Fine Arts Edition in the lobby space just outside of the new black box. And down the corridor will be the new music spaces. Next, we're at the Athletics Edition. So this is back in the plaza exterior area, looking at the new entrance to the Athletics Edition. And inside, the addition will contain a new 2,000-seat competition gym that will also serve as the campus storm shelter, a new weight room, mat room, and training room, and then also new locker rooms for boys and girls team athletics with restrooms and showers and coaches' offices. And then there will also be some renovations at the existing athletic areas. So some new storage, some renovations to the existing coaches' offices, and renovations to the existing locker rooms and auxiliary gym. This is the view inside the new Athletics Edition lobby, just off of the new plaza. We're in the lobby looking at the double doors that lead into the gym. And then this is the view inside the new competition gym. Just real briefly, we wanted to give you a look at some of the materials that we're using. We're using at the new additions, brick masonry to match the existing building, and then some additional metal panels and lots of new glazing. And then inside the building, in the additions, we'll be using new tile, new carpeting, some terrazzo flooring at the lobbies, and using the Bryan Adams green color as accents throughout these new spaces. This is one last look at the new events plaza. So this is the view looking from PV Road to the new additions with the athletics addition on the left and the performing arts addition on the right. And then throughout the existing campus, we'll be making improvements as well. So on the site, we'll have new wayfinding signage, some utility improvements and paving repairs. Once the additions are complete, the portables will be removed from the west side of the site. As we mentioned earlier, there will be some improvements to the athletic fields. Around the exterior of the building, we'll be painting, replacing doors and lighting. And then inside the building, we'll also be replacing lighting and ceilings, providing new teaching surfaces in the classrooms, and providing new signage at rooms and wayfinding. And then there'll be improvements to mechanical and electrical systems. The PA system will be replaced, new safety and security items. So added security cameras, added access control at exterior doors, and replacing the fire alarm system. So we're back at the new front entry of the campus, and that concludes the summary that we have of the project. And I will turn it over to Kumar with Construction Services for any other updates.
Hi, good evening. My name is Kumar Haq. I'm from Construction Services, Dallas ISD, overseeing the entire project for the next 2 years. I've coordinated all the activities with in the last 4 months with Principal Bott to ensure the construction will start in a timely fashion and continue throughout with safety being one of the important aspects that we have the students on campus the whole time. All the work during once the students are on campus will be done after hours and during summer break and winter break to minimize the disruption to our classes. The contractor is on board. He's getting mobilized this week, and we are excited to start this project in the next 2 weeks and start with the front addition and the interior remodel. Mr. Bott, back to you.
All right, Ann and Abby and Kumar, thank you so much. I don't know about y'all, but I'm super excited, even more pumped up. There's some really cool pictures there. We saw like the performance gym. That really gets you going, but there's just so many other pieces. And it's amazing because like this has been 2 years in the working and now it's about to happen. So we're super excited, but we want to make sure that our community is as educated as possible on this bond program. So what we're doing is we've given you the ability to ask questions. Once again, you go to dallasisd.org/bond2015 questions. When you go there, there's going to be a link that you can link up to in order to ask questions. It's a Google form. So again, that's dallasisd.org/bond2015 questions. All right, so we have our first question. So what I'm going to do is serve as the MC. If there's questions that I can ask directly, I'll do so. If not, then I will shoot that over to the appropriate person. So the first question is number one, is what's been done in the last year and what's still left to be completed? So I'll jump in quickly on this and then let anyone else jump in who would like to. So in the last year, it's been a lot of the planning phases. So from the principal perspective, as well as our community perspective, we've been working with BRW and Dallas ISD Construction Services to make sure that we are going to provide the best for our students and our community. And what's left to be completed is pretty much the entire project now. So over a 2-year span, Dallas ISD and as well as the bond program and our construction team is going to be putting together this really awesome building additions and remodels for Bryan Adams. Next question is, will the school have 3 gyms since the other 2 were recently renovated? So what we're going to end up having is our 2 gyms. So one of them is being demoed, and it's going to be built up into the 2,000 seat performance gym. So we're really excited about that. Our current performance gym is going to remain. Does anyone else want to jump in on that? Okay. Moving right along. Question number 3. This one is about a marquee, and I'll let this one go to Dallas ISD Construction Services, or the bond program. It's about the marquee. So will we have it says the alumni and PTSA donated a marquee. Will we upgrade that, or completely provide a new one?
Abby?
The new marquee sign at the campus is intended to be a new digital marquee. So I believe the intent is to replace what is existing.
Yeah, and if I could add in on that, this is Scott Lane. What we're trying to go to at our high schools is not only the digital marquees, but the monument marquees, meaning they'd be closer to the ground and encompassed or enclosed in a brick structure, much more attractive. But in some situations where we may have some relatively new marquees that are on poles, we could possibly look at relocating those to a different portion of the campus so that it doesn't go to waste, and we don't waste that investment that was made by the alumni and the PTA.
Thank you for that, Mr. Lane. And then the next one is, will the new marquee have a cougar instead of a leadership emblem, since the name is not officially changed per TEA? So Abby, you want to take that part?
Sure, I can start that just by saying that the new marquee, we have done an initial design using the school logo, but the design is not necessarily finalized. As we work through construction, we'll be working with DISD to confirm all of the graphics and logos that we use throughout the project.
Thank you for that. Question number 6 says, will we have a second elevator as they renovate the campus? We currently have one. Will we add a second one?
No, Mr. Bart, there's only one, and the new one is going to be expanded and will be a larger to meet the code and meet the compliance, but there is only one elevator.
Okay. Next question is, why are we getting another fire system? The one that we have is less than 10 years old, so why a new fire system?
Abby?
Sure, I can address that. Interestingly enough, the codes do change, and the new fire alarm system is being provided to meet the latest codes.
Thank you, Abby. Our next question is, so it was mentioned that the front would look like a new building. What does this mean about the 148, 155 hallway, the one on the side of the building, that faces the street but isn't mentioned in the plan? Good, Abby.
If we look at, I think this is where we're talking about, if we're looking at the site plan, this area in the peach color is the 1-story portion of the existing building today. All of that portion of the building gets removed and is reconstructed with the new 2-story admin and classroom addition, all the way from the front entry all the way down to the library. So that entire portion of the building will be brand new.
Right. So the next one, and it's something to touch on what Kamar talked about. So it says, did I hear correctly? No construction will take place during school hours.
I just wanted to clarify that there are activities which are loud and disruptive to the education, which will be restricted. But normal construction will keep on going. There are the front addition is very crucial, and it's very close to our there. When we are doing the gymnasium construction, and when we are doing the fine arts, it would be okay to work during the day, but during examination, during the exam dates, things are restricted. Any loud noises will be after hours. It's a phase construction, front addition first, then we move all the portable people inside, take the portable down, and then we build the gym and all that. That's what we have. And interior construction keeps on going throughout in phases, in small phases, again, after hours and weekends and the summer break and the winter break.
Kamar?
Yeah, Mr. Bach.
The next one's a great question. So we see so many kids now, bridging that digital divide. Now they have their laptops. So the next question has to be about connectivity inside the building. So will there be upgrades to the Wi-Fi modems or services?
Yes, we have planned quite a few upgrades. The Wi-Fi, one of the IDF MDF closet is being relocated. So this is a major upgrade to the campus.
A lot of teachers and students are really excited about that. Thank you, Kamar. The next question is, will performances still take place in the auditorium? I'm assuming what they mean is over the next 2 years. Will performances still take place in the auditorium?
Mr. Bob, like we coordinated, the auditorium is going to start in the next year. So this year it'll continue to be utilized by the students, and when the summer comes, then it will be limited. There might be, when the actual construction is connected between the two, there might be a small time frame during winter break that it may not be available, but we'll keep the auditorium open for the most part of it and try to do majority of the work in the summer and winter break.
Thank you for that. And I know that we're really excited for theater teachers, and we have all sorts of great things going on inside our auditorium this year. And the next year, we're already starting to think of some exciting ideas while some upgrades are being made there. Next question, BRW, maybe you could talk about this piece. They want to know a little bit more about the gray areas, some of the things that we're doing as upgrades to all the classrooms.
Sure. In the gray area, the existing building in the classrooms, we will be replacing lighting and with new LED fixtures, and also replacing ceilings with that. As we mentioned, new PA system. We'll be replacing wireless devices, and then painting and wall display surfaces. So marker boards and tack boards will all be new in the classrooms.
Thank you, Abby. Next question is, will there be a new HVAC system? If so, will it use a closed loop geothermal heat pump system?
There is not a new HVAC system for the entire campus. Obviously, there will be new systems at the additions. It will continue to be a system based on the chilled and hot water system that the campus uses today, not a geothermal system.
Thank you. This next one is from what appears to be a band parent, excited about this. Can we get more specifications on the band hall upgrades?
Yes, so in the Performing Arts Edition, we'll have a new band hall, brand new band hall. So the existing band hall that's off of the auditorium today will be removed, and that piece will connect to the brand new addition that will have space for band, a separate orchestra hall, and separate choir room. And there will also be associated storage with music instrument storage, offices for the teachers, and library for music. And then also, as we said, the Black Box Theater also in that edition.
Very good, thank you. The next one is a very important question. It says, are the two huge trees between the existing gym and the auditorium being saved?
Yes, the answer is
Yes, they are, for sure. Thank you for that question. Any more questions? One is specifically about behind the cafeteria. It says, will they add more display boards or wall boards to display student work behind the cafeteria? We currently only have one.
and we are we're adding one or two more in that area. Is that right? Or that's limited in that section?
It's limited in the corridor areas, if I'm reading the question correctly. We are replacing display surfaces in the classrooms, but not necessarily adding to those in the public areas or the corridors.
Okay, next question is going back to the band hall area, the performing arts. For the music libraries, it says, will the music libraries be separate? And will choir have storage for their risers?
Yes, the music libraries are separated between the separate music spaces. And the choir risers, and do you want to jump in on that one?
Sure, we are adding storage in the Performing Arts Edition. How that is going to be used isn't necessarily defined, other than we'll have more additional locker storage, more storage, general storage in the building. How that gets used will also somehow dictate how the campus wants to use it, but there's not specific storage for the risers off the choral classroom.
Next question is will there be a dressing room added to the new auditorium?
Yes, so actually at the existing auditorium, backstage areas, the spaces in those backstage areas will be renovated to be new dressing rooms for boys and girls and storage.
These were great questions. Any more? Okay, and as a reminder, you can ask any questions that you have at dallasisd.org/bond2015. We're also on Facebook Live, So there's a part there where you can ask the questions as well. Next question is are any upgrades planned for the cafeteria?
The cafeteria will be also receive new lighting, new ceilings, and paint on the walls.
Next one again is for band. They're coming out representing tonight. Love you, band. It says, do we know the soundproof system used in the band hall?
Well, throughout the Performing Arts Edition and all of the acoustically sensitive spaces, we're doing quite a bit of acoustic rated construction to provide acoustic isolation just in the construction of the walls and the ceiling assemblies and the floors themselves so that sound doesn't transfer from space to space. And then in the finished spaces, we'll also have acoustic layered ceilings and acoustic diffusion and reflection treatments on the walls.
Very cool. Next question is specifically about near the front door. It says, are the restrooms by the front door being removed and not replaced?
The restrooms by the front door are being removed, but they are being replaced. In the new admin and classroom edition, there will be new student restrooms on the first and the second floor, and new single-user staff restrooms on the first and second floor.
Very good. Any other questions? Okay. Looks like it's it. Oh. Next question is, going back to the Fine Arts Center, are separate offices for every program in the Fine Arts Center? Are they getting a separate office for every part, for every Fine Arts Center participant?
There are separate offices for each program.
Okay. So Ann and Abby, it looks like some people are just getting into the presentation. So what I'd like to do is be able to go back to the first slide and just do a quick overview of our presentation, and then we can see if there's any more questions.
So good evening. This is Ann Hildenbrand and Abby Hiles from BRW Architects. We're the architects for your new renovated and additions at Bryan Adams High School. We're excited to be presenting this to you tonight. This is an overview of what we'll be doing at the campus. You will be getting a new administration and classroom addition and some renovation work. It will be a 2-story addition located at the front of the school. There's also a performing arts addition, athletics addition, upgrades to your existing auditorium, and renovations to the existing building. Abby's going to go through more of the details of what we're going to do in those spaces. This is a phased construction schedule. We are going to start this summer with the special education classroom renovations, and then we'll follow with the two-story admin classroom addition, and then with the fine arts and athletics additions. And the existing building renovation will happen throughout the construction, and we'll finish the project with the site work, with construction being complete in the spring of 2022. This is a picture of the Bryan Adams High School when it was built in 1955. You'll notice there were no trees, and there's been quite a bit of additions since this. So this is a site plan. This shows the color in peach are the new additions that we're doing. There is some site work that we're going to be doing. We're going to be upgrading the field and doing some minor upgrades to the two fields, the backboards and fences. But you see the athletics addition and the performing arts addition, they create a new events plaza, and they will actually be seen from PB Road. They're to the west of the building. And then your new main entry will be in the same place as it is today, but we'll be replacing the one-story addition with a new the one-story existing building with a two-story classroom and admin addition. And this is the new front entry facing Milmar. And this will include a secure entry where you'll be let in through the front office before kids can visitors can get into the building. Abby, why don't you go through the detailed scope?
Great. So at that new front entry will be a new entry canopy that leads into the secure vestibule and new reception area. And then the two-story addition will include 10 new classrooms and new administration office suites. And we'll also have a new media center that will replace the existing library. And then there'll also be some renovations to the existing first floor, including renovating the existing administration to provide new special education classrooms and two additional classrooms. So this is a view at that new entry addition. We're looking at the new secure vestibule that leads into the new reception room, and then down the corridor into the new admin wing. So the performing arts addition will be constructed just to the west of the existing auditorium. And you're looking at the new events plaza and entry into the performing arts addition. The addition will include new spaces for band, orchestra, and choir, and then a new black box theater with a scene shop and new dressing rooms and prop storage. The existing auditorium will also be upgraded with new theatrical lighting and AV systems. All of the stage rigging and curtains will be replaced. We'll provide a new control booth on the auditorium floor and also replace the existing stage floor. We'll also be replacing the existing elevator with a new, larger elevator. And this is just inside the new Fine Arts Edition at the Black Box lobby. And down the corridor to the right will be the new music spaces, band, orchestra, and choir rooms. Back out at the Events Plaza, we're now looking at the Athletics Edition. This is the entry into the new gymnasium. The new competition gym will be a 2,000-seat gym. It will also serve as the campus storm shelter. In the addition, we will also be providing a new weight room, new mat room, and training room. We'll also have new locker rooms for boys and girls team athletics with restrooms and showers, and new coaches' offices. And then there'll also be renovations at the existing athletic spaces including storage, renovation of offices, and some renovations in the existing locker room and auxiliary gym. This is the gymnasium lobby space. We're just inside the events plaza and looking at the double doors leading into the new gym. And here we are now inside the new competition gym. We just wanted to touch on some of the exterior materials we'll be using at the additions. The additions will mainly be brick masonry construction with brick that will match the existing campus brick color with cast stone trim and lots of new glazing. And then inside the additions, we'll be using new carpet flooring, some wood ceiling accents, new tile, and using the Bryan Adams green color as accents throughout the additions. This is a last look again at the new events plaza in between the gym addition on the left and the performing arts addition on the right. Quickly, I'll touch on the renovations throughout the existing campus. On the site, we'll be doing utility improvements, some paving repairs, new site signage, improvements at the athletic fields, as Ann mentioned earlier. Then at the building, we'll be doing exterior painting, replacing exterior doors, and replacing exterior lighting. Inside the building, we'll also be replacing lighting and ceilings, the classroom teaching surfaces, and new signage throughout the building. Mechanical and electrical systems will also be upgraded with some new equipment. Some systems will be replaced, including the new PA system, new fire alarm system, new safety and security upgrades include new cameras and new access control card readers, and some plumbing improvements to the site utilities. And that concludes again our summary of the Bryan Adams Additions and Renovations project.
Thank you, Ann and Abby. Great job. So we actually have a couple more questions here. First one, we run a really great parent center right now at Bryan Adams. The question is will the parent center be located near the entrance?
And the answer to that is yes. On the first floor in the admin and classroom addition, we do include a new parent room, large conference room.
Awesome. Thank you. The next question has to do with the staff parking. It says, it looks like the staff parking is much smaller. Can you explain the new layout?
Sure. So in the site plan, you can see where we've labeled visitor and staff parking. It does perhaps appear smaller, but in actuality, we are providing the same number of spaces that you have on the campus today.
Thank you for that. Once again, our fine arts really have shown up tonight. Woo! Next question is will there be a soundproof practice rooms for the band, choir, orchestra?
Yes, there will be. Each space, choir, band, and orchestra will have their own individual practice rooms that are acoustically isolated.
Thank you for that. And then Kamar, the next one, hopefully you can give a little update on. It says, will there be the same amount of parking spaces for students during the construction?
Yes, we're allowing students, student parking not to be disturbed. And the parking which is going to be disturbed is staff parking. So that's the only compromise we have to do during construction. Student parking remains as it is. Eventually, you see when you fire lane, all those and the parking around the fire lane, the new parking lane. So during construction, there is some areas are going to be tight for the staff. We're looking into an off-site parking area, trying to work something with our neighbors and see if we can accommodate on a temporary basis some additional parking in the nearby area. So we're looking into that just to combine, but between staff and the workers, there would be some parking which is going to be very tight in the first phase, and then it will slowly ease up and eventually it'll be better. But we're looking into an off-site parking space, and hopefully we'll accomplish something in the near future.
Thank you for that. Next one I almost missed says, can you list and describe any sustainability upgrades for Bryan Adams?
Yes, I can start and Anne can chime in if she wants, but all of DISD's projects are designed based on CHIPS requirements, which is a rating system for sustainability design that includes a whole host of categories, including recycled materials that we specify, low VOC products for indoor air quality, mechanical systems that meet sustainability requirements. So we're using less energy with our mechanical systems, less energy with our lighting and electrical systems, less water with our plumbing fixture selections. You have anything else to add, Anne?
Yes, also we're using reflective materials on the site and full cutoff light fixtures, so the pavement and the roofing materials will qualify as reflective, so it eliminates and minimizes the heat gain.
Thank you. Next one is, will there be a new rehearsal room for bells and or cheer?
The dance and cheer programs, that area of the building is existing to remain. So no, there's not a brand new rehearsal room in the additions.
Thank you. Next one is for Kamar, I believe. Will the open field near Lingo Lane be available for parking?
No, I've already checked that property. It's already sold, and that's another construction for condo and townhouses are coming there. So that one is not available.
Thank you, Kamar. All right, looks like that is all the questions for tonight. BRW, I really appreciate y'all. Ann and Abby, y'all did a great job. You've always been amazing. Thank you. We're happy to be with y'all. A lot of people don't know this, but BRW's even worked with our students. You got to come in and work with some of the NAF students, and they were awesome. The kids absolutely loved y'all. What I want to do is be able to wrap this up. Dan Mitchke, Scott Lane, does anyone want to say any final remarks before we say goodbye?
I just want to add my thanks to the team that's been working on this. It looks like this is going to be a great looking school with lots of functionality. I think everybody's going to be very, very pleased with it. And I also want to thank everybody who participated in this meeting. We need the input, and we appreciate all the questions. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Speaking of all the questions, we actually have 2 more left. So we're going to ask those questions. BRW almost took it, got out of here. 2 more. So it says, are there any upgrades planned for existing student restrooms?
The existing student restrooms will, there'll be new lighting and painting of the walls, but not replacing any of the fixtures or partitions.
And the last question for tonight, will the large gym be replaced with the competition gym after just renovating 2 years ago?
So you can see on the site plan the existing gym that's the northernmost gym will be replaced with the new addition. And that part of the addition will be the new locker rooms and weight room, and then the new, much larger competition gym to the west.
All right. So thank you all. I have a lot of people out there asking questions, and I love it, absolutely. Thank you again, everyone, for tonight. I do truly hope that everyone is safe and happy at home. Everyone is okay at home. I want to give a big shout out to the class of 2020. We love them so much. We're going to give them all that we have because they've given us everything that they have. So we appreciate every one of them. So hope all of y'all stay happy and healthy. Let us know if you need anything, and y'all have a good night. Thank you.